night in Switzerland descends slowly with clean, cool air and city lights gently bouncing on the cobbled streets. In the midst of a calm atmosphere, two figures who later often become the center of public attention finally return to be seen moving. Jungkook and Taehyung, who had previously enjoyed a relaxing coffee night at a small cafe, are reported to have returned to the hotel where they were staying. No excessive crowds, no flashy escorts, just two global stars who chose to walk in tune with the peaceful rhythm of the city. According to eyewitnesses, the two left the cafe around late at night after sitting for quite some time. An empty coffee cup, a chat that seemed light but full of laughter, and facial expressions that were far from tense described their mood that night. Jungkook is seen wearing a dark jacket with a simple hood, while Taehyung chooses a long coat that makes his silhouette easily recognizable, although he tries to keep a low profile. Some cafe visitors only became aware of their presence after the two stood up and prepared to leave. The trip back to the hotel was short. Switzerland, which for the past few days seemed to be the setting for a separate story for them, again showed its silent side. The car they were riding in drove slowly through an almost empty street. No exaggerated gestures, no loud conversations, just body language that shows comfort for each other after a long day. In the back seat, they can be seen occasionally staring out the window, enjoying the night view that they may rarely feel in the middle of a busy schedule as world idols. This return to the hotel actually sparked new speculation among fans. Many considered the moment of coffee that night not just a spontaneous activity, but a way for Jungkook and Taehyung to unwind after a series of dense and stressful activities. Switzerland, with its reputation as a quiet and private place, is considered an ideal location to take a breather from the spotlight of the entertainment industry. The fact that they chose a small cafe instead of a luxurious place further reinforces the impression that the evening is about simplicity. When they arrived at the hotel, they both entered through the side door. The check-in process is quick because everything is prearranged. Hotel staff reportedly maintain high professionalism without taking photos or asking for autographs. Jungkook briefly nodded politely as a sign of gratitude, while Taehyung replied with a characteristic slight smile. The elevator takes them upstairs, and that's where the night's story slowly closes in, at least to the public. But it was precisely after this simple moment that the discussion on social media became more and more crowded. Many fans highlighted how Jungkook and Taehyung's togetherness looks so natural. No awkward distance, no formal aura like during the official schedule. All that is seen are two best friends who share space and time, as if Switzerland gave them the opportunity to return to being themselves, away from the demands of the stage and cameras. Some fan analysts even interpreted the return to the hotel after a night of coffee as a symbol of a calm phase amid various rumors and speculations that had circulated before. At a time when the public is busy guessing their agenda, Jungkook and Taehyung instead choose the simplest moment. Drink coffee, talk, then go home to rest. An ordinary routine that becomes extraordinary because of who they really are. That night, Switzerland again became a silent witness. There were no official statements, no lengthy clarifications, only small snippets of life captured by the public eye. Jungkook and Taehyung closed the day by returning to the hotel, bringing with them the silence of the night and perhaps also tomorrow's plans that are still a mystery. For fans, this story was warm, grounded, and enough to fill the space for imagination. At least until the Swiss morning light again shone through the windows of the hotel where the two stars were resting. The night was getting late, and behind the quiet walls of the hotel, the atmosphere had become much quieter. After the elevator doors closed, Jungkook and Taehyung walked down the long corridor at a leisurely pace. The thick carpet muffled the sound of their shoes, as if the hotel was indeed created to maintain the privacy of its guests. Dim lights gently bounce off the walls, creating a warm atmosphere that contrasts with the cold Swiss air outside. In a moment like this, there's no busy schedule, no camera spotlight, just time to rest and gather energy again. That a nearby source said that upon arriving at the room, Jungkook briefly opened the window, letting in the night air. The view of the Swiss city from the height of the hotel looks quiet and neat, far from the bustle that they are used to in the big cities of the world. Taehyung sat for a moment, taking off his coat, with a look of relief. Small conversations still continue, perhaps discussing little things that they rarely have time to talk about in between official schedules. Music, plans for the future, or just jokes that only the two of them understand. The moment of returning to the hotel after coffee tonight actually feels more meaningful because it happens in the middle of a period full of public attention. In recent times, Jungkook and Taehyung's every move seems to have always been the subject of discussion. That night, however, they chose not to give excessive meaning to anything. A warm coffee, a casual chat, and then returning to the place of rest is the simplest option, but perhaps also the most honest. For fans, small details like this have their own charm. Many felt that the moment showed Jungkook and Taehyung's human side, far from the glamorous image of the stage. Their way home unhurriedly, without excessive tired expressions, actually shows maturity and comfort for each other. Switzerland, again, becomes the setting that reinforces that impression. Calm, orderly, and making room for silence. The online discussion kept rolling through the night. Some imagine what it would be like to spend a simple time in such a beautiful city. Others highlight the natural chemistry of the two. Some fans even refer to the night as a healing moment, as if Jungkook and Taehyung were reorganizing themselves after various pressures unseen by the public. Returning to the hotel is not just the end of the night's activities, but a sign that they choose rest, not sensations. On the other hand, the absence of an official statement actually makes this story feel more authentic. No glorification, no polished narrative. There are only fragments of events told from the point of view of witnesses, assembled by the imagination of fans. Jungkook and Taehyung, in their own way, let the moment speak without words. By early morning, the lights of the hotel rooms began to be extinguished one by one. The Swiss city is getting quieter, and the night is really taking over. Behind the windows of the hotel, the two world stars finally rested, closing a simple but meaningful day. Tomorrow may bring a new agenda, a new journey, or a new story that again invites attention. But for the night, the story stops at one thing. Jungkook and Taehyung return home to the hotel after a night of coffee, leaving a warm impression that lasts for a long time in the minds of those who follow his every step. The silence of the early morning feels deeper when time shifts slowly. Inside the hotel room, the atmosphere was completely different from the bustle of the outside world. No urgent notifications, no agenda to think about immediately. Jungkook and Taehyung chose to close the night with a calm rhythm, as if Switzerland gave them permission to take a break from the big roles that have always been attached. From behind the windows, the remaining light of the city looked like small dots that slowly dimmed. This simple moment may not be recorded in any official schedule, but that is precisely where its meaning lies. Returning to the hotel after a night of coffee is a sign that behind the status and spotlight, there are still human beings who need a break. For fans, this story feels like a warm breath. Not dramatic, not sensational, but enough to remind that sometimes happiness is present in the most ordinary things. The Swiss keep the evening quiet, while small stories about coffee, quiet laughter, and the way back to the hotel slowly become part of